Welcome back, boys and girls. And the title of today's story is The Lion and the Mouse, an Aesop fable retold and illustrated by Bernadette Watts. So, boys and girls, this is a fable. That means that by the end of this story, you're going to learn some kind of lesson. Okay, so let's pay special attention and let's look at the amazing illustrations and let's enjoy. Are you ready, boys and girls? Well, let's go. The lion cubs played happily in the sunshine while their parents slept nearby. The day grew hotter and hotter, so hot that the cubs grew tired. One by one, they lay down to rest in the shade near their parents. Only one of the cubs kept on playing despite the heat. When the blazing sun was at its highest, however, it was too hot even for him, so he padded over to a shady spot at the edge of the jungle and went to sleep. Suddenly, a little mouse scampered across the sleeping lion's cub's paw, tickling him and waking him up. The lion cub snarled angrily. The mouse froze, too terrified to run away. "I'm sorry I woke you," she said, trembling. She was so afraid, right, boys and girls? I mean, she's so tiny and she sees this huge, big cub look at her. So she's trembling, the poor little mouse. When the lion saw that it was only a harmless little mouse, he smiled and said, "Off you go, little one. I won't hurt you." "Oh, thank you for sparing my life," said the mouse. "One day I will repay your kindness. If you ever need help, send for me." Wow, the cub is so kind and so is the mouse. I love to see that. The lion laughed out loud. "I am much bigger and stronger than you," he said, "and soon I shall be even bigger and stronger. A mouse cannot help a lion." Then the lion stood up and stretched to show just how big and strong he was. Proudly, he walked away. The mouse ran in the other direction. Years passed, and the cub grew into the biggest and strongest of all the lions. He was now the king of the beasts. Wow, boys and girls, look how much he's changed, right? He looks different. He's the king now. Wow. The days were long and hot, and every day at noon, the great lion would go to sleep in the shade. If the mouse happened to run by, she kept well away from the lion's paws. One day, when the lion headed for his resting spot, he fell into a trap. Oh no, boys and girls, look at the picture. The more he struggled to get free, the more he entangled himself in the net. The king of the beasts was caught. He gave a mighty roar. He roared with rage. He roared in fear. Then he roared for help. The animals of the day heard his call and rushed up to him, but they couldn't help him. Wow, boys and girls, look at all the animals of the day. These are the animals that come out in the daytime. Look at them. Look at the little frog. Can you spy the little frog? Can you spy the snake? Oh my goodness, look at the cute little monkey in the background and the parrot. Oh, all of the animals. I love it. But they can't help it, boys and girls. What is going to happen to our friend? Let's move on to read and find out. Night fell, and the lion was still trapped in the net. The animals of the night crept up to see the captured lion, but they couldn't help him either. Now, boys and girls, these are the animals that come out in the nighttime. They come out to find food. Look at them. And they're looking at them like, oh, how can we help you? But none of them can help. Poor lion. Early the next morning, the mouse appeared. You called for me? She asked. I will help you, as I promised I would years ago. The lion looked at the mouse in amazement. No one can help me, he said, least of all you. Why is the lion saying that to mouse? Least of all you. Think about it, boys and girls. Because she's so tiny. And all the animals all this time been looking at him. No one even approaches him to say, can I help you? She comes back, the little tiny mouse. And look at the poor lion. He has tears in his eyes. He's like, whew, let's read on and find out, boys and girls. This is exciting. Do you think the mouse can help? Yes or no? Raise your hand if you think the mouse can help. All right, let's read on to find out. The mouse started nibbling through the cords of the net, one after another. Be patient, lion, she said. Soon you will be free. Before long, the mouse had chewed a hole in the net, and the lion pushed himself through it. Wow, what a great picture. Look at this illustration. That little tiny mouse just got that big, huge lion out of the trap. Could you believe this? I know the lion is shocked. What a good friend, right? I always say that. What a kind, good friend. The lion was free. He stood before the mouse and bowed his head. Thank you, little mouse, he said. I will never again laugh at someone weaker or smaller than myself. To repay your kindness, I promise I will always protect you. And so the lion and the mouse remained the best of friends until the end of their days. The end. Boys and girls, what lesson did you learn from this story? Even in the wildest jungle, the king of the beasts and a tiny mouse can manage to be kind to each other. Throughout the whole story, they're kind to each other. Why can't we do that? We can. You can. Move forward being kind in everything you do. Okay? Thank you so much for reading with Miss Gonzalez again, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.